Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a bit of a different type of video for you. It's more so an advice video. I want to tell you my best tips and tricks to save the maximum amount of money you can. So last year we were actually in the process of building our dream home and we did have to pay for a lot of things, buy new furniture. The whole ordeal was really very expensive and I wouldn't have been able to do it without these tips. Let's get into how I saved over $20,000 in 1 year. I do want to add that there's a few other tips in this video that I didn't do that you could do. First tip, the number one tip is get rid of your bad debts. By bad debts, I mean like a credit card or, for example, if you have an interest-free loan or something like that, get rid of those debts before you start saving. I used to have a credit card. I do not have a credit card anymore, but that's a story for another time. But make sure you get rid of all of your debt and then you can start afresh. Me personally, I had a loan for my car. We had a balloon figure at the end, but we had a couple of extra grand as well that we needed to pay off. So the loan hadn't finished yet, but we just pulled together some money and just paid it all out. So the debt was gone. And that allowed us to save over $200 a fortnight. Also, if you have a credit card and you have current charges on there, you will know that you need to make a minimum payment every month. That will just take away from that. And then for me, I got rid of my credit card. So I do recommend doing that. That way you're not enticed to spend money that you don't have in any way. The next thing that I want to talk about is stop unnecessary spending. For me, this was really hard because I really love buying clothes, shoes, and makeup, seasonal things, on-trend things, and it was the hardest. But I did get through it. My tip for doing it is it's okay to go into a shop and have a look around, but if you really want something, think about it before you buy it. Don't just impulse buy then and there. Maybe go home, have a think about it if that is possible, or if you find it online, just wait overnight and think about it before you do buy it. Also, while you're thinking about it, even if you're in the shop, think, do I really need this? Do I have something at home like it? Do I absolutely need this in my life? And that has stopped me countless times. It also really helps to think about it, come back to it, because sometimes in that 24-hour time frame, you can change your mind. You can go home, have a look at what you have in your wardrobe, what you have in your makeup, find something similar, or just get over it and forget about it. Sometimes you don't even think about it again. What I like to do is I like to find the things that I want to have on my wish list. So you can make a little wish list, and maybe if you really, really want those things, if you've thought about it and you want to save up to get them, then that's fine. But also check to see when they come on sale. If I find like a dress or something I like and it's at Dotty, for example, I'll wait till it comes on sale. I'll wait till they have the 30% off or it gets reduced, because that way, like you can save over half the price if you wait. Something also before you buy your item is look for a coupon code. Just search online like this store coupon code and you will be surprised what comes up. Or even if you're subscribed to the newsletter, wait for a sale to come on or check their Facebook or something like that for a code, and that will save you extra money. They're probably my best tips if you're a bit of a spender like myself, and I still definitely do use those rules on a day-to-day basis. All these points are really valid, but this one especially is stop eating out. Make your food at home, go to the grocery store, make your own food, plan your meals. A good task is to go into your bank transaction history and work out how much money you spent on food each week. That puts it into perspective how much money you've wasted. Well, maybe not wasted, because obviously you deserve to go out and eat and treat yourself and everything like that, and sometimes there's social occasions that you can't get out of, and that's fine. But when you add it up and see how much money you actually spend on food, you may be shocked. I would recommend meal prepping. Make things that are really affordable to eat, like pasta, like rice and things like that. Like make lots of batches. Have meals in the freezer for backups. If you go into work, you can take one out and then defrost it. Just be prepared when it comes to food, instead of thinking, oh no, I don't have anything for lunch today. I'm gonna have to spend $15 and buy my lunch. Because lunch, if you make it yourself, does not cost $15. Definitely be prepared with your meals. Stop eating out. This is Not something that I personally do, but I know a lot of people spend a lot of money on coffee. I get that it's an addiction. I understand that. For me, like I don't buy hot drinks out. I just drink water when I go out. So that's just something else to think of. How many coffees are you buying each week? Can you take that down? Can you say, okay, instead of buying 2 coffees a day, I'm only going to buy 1. Just try and cut that down a little bit, and then you might be able to save like $20-$30 each week, which would be amazing. Also, with the whole food prepping thing, try and shop at places like Aldi. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Aldi shop. That we definitely have them in Victoria, and they actually are so much cheaper than shopping at your regular grocery store like Woolworths or Coles. If you find stores like that, even like Costco, I think, I've not been there personally, but I've heard it's a lot cheaper. If you can buy most of your items from that shop and then shop the things that aren't there in the stores, or wait for them to come on sale, that helps so much. Also, buying your fruit and veg at a fruit and veg store, if you get what I mean, or even going to the butchers and buying their meat. Shopping around, and collectively you would save a lot of money, because the supermarkets just put a price hike on things, and that's where you can save a bit of money, and it all adds up. Something I would recommend is writing out a weekly or fortnightly budget for your pay. That way you can allocate your money into your savings as soon as you get it. I personally have a joint account with my husband where we pay our bills. So I allocate how much money needs to go into that account, like a joint spendings account, and then how much goes into my spendings account, and then how much goes into my savings. And I allocate it as soon as I get paid, and I leave myself with my budget. I basically left myself with as little as possible, whether that be $50 or $100. Sometimes I might have some left over from the fortnight before, so it might be more than some weeks to others. One thing that my friend actually showed me on the weekend, she banks with NAB, and she has this thing set up called UBank. It's another bank, but it's funded by NAB. So what you're doing is transferring it to somewhere else, and you don't have a card for that account. All you can do is transfer it like to a BSB or an account number kind of thing. So the likelihood of you tapping into that spendings is, well, you can't. You need to wait 3 days for it to transfer back over kind of thing. So you're not going to impulse buy. You're really going to think about things before you spend your money on them. And she also mentioned that if you don't make any withdrawals, you get an additional interest fee, or you get more money for the month if you don't make a withdrawal. And if you do make that withdrawal, you miss out on your interest. So that is kind of an incentive to keep your money in that account. So if you allocate your money to your savings account in a different bank or account that you can't touch, you won't touch it. Which I think is a fabulous idea if you know that you don't have that willpower to not touch it. So let's talk about change. So there's 2 things that I can recommend to do with it. Have a money box, and at the end of every day or every week, you pop in all of your change, all of your coins, even your $5 notes. That quickly adds up. You will be surprised. I typically don't carry a lot of money in my purse. It's just something that I don't do. Yeah, have as little as you can in your purse, maybe just $10 or $20 for backups or emergencies, but take out the change every day or every week and watch your little money box grow. The other thing is, another one of my friends introduced me to this. It's a thing called Acorns. I'm not sure, I hadn't heard of it before. It's an app that you link up to your bank account. And what it does is, say you buy a coffee that's $2.55, it will round it up to $3 and take that 45 cents and put it aside, and then eventually it puts it in a bank. So your change, if you round it up, is sitting in another account, which you don't even notice it come out, because you think, oh, that's $2.95, there's 5 cents, whatever, but it really does add up. So that's something else to think about if you're wanting to have this extra money. Also, another little trick is, I'm not sure how this works in other countries, but in Australia you can choose to have more tax taken out of your pay each week. Then at tax time, you get that money back. So that's like a little bonus. It's kind of like savings, and then you get the money back, but then just make sure you don't blow it when you get it back. Put it in your savings or put it towards whatever you are saving for. Sell your unwanted items, whether that be clothing or makeup, shoes. even household items that are yours, that belong to you, that you no longer use. Sell them on eBay, sell them on Gumtree, Facebook pages. There's heaps of apps that sell like your secondhand clothing or, you know, household items. So for example, for me, when we moved house, we bought a lot of new furniture. So when it came close to our moving date, we actually sold a lot of our furniture, and I just put them on like the Facebook pages and they actually sold. So that's another good tip in saving money and then putting it towards your new purchases or your savings or whatever you're saving for. Keep in mind, you're not always going to get the same money that you spent back. So that's why we need to use the rule of be careful what you buy. And the last thing that I want to mention is cut off your subscription services and your memberships, like the gym membership or magazine subscriptions or something, unless you definitely need them. That can really save a lot of money. Like, I mean, a gym membership is probably around $50 a month. Now, obviously, I don't currently, but I did work a full-time job when I was saving this money. So I knew how much money I was getting every fortnight and I could plan ahead and work everything out. Obviously, working full-time, like, I was getting a decent wage. I know not everyone is able to work that full-time, but if you apply these tips and tricks to your everyday life, I feel like you can definitely save the maximum possible and work up from there. You just need to work hard and save hard, and you can really achieve anything. Whether you want to buy a house or a car or that designer handbag, whatever you want, you can definitely do it. And I hope this video just encourages you to take that leap, get rid of that bad debt, get rid of those bad spending habits and start saving. For me, like, to live in this house and see the little bits that I bought along the way, like a light fixture or something. Like, I worked really, really hard to save that money for those things, and I know how proud it makes me feel. So I hope this video really helped you guys out. I hope you're having a lovely day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.